Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Was trying to do a video yesterday, but something was going on with YouTube. It just wasn't letting me do a video, so I do apologize for that. But anyway, we are looking ahead to today's big 9 game slate here for Sunday, which is kind of weird. Obviously, we're not used to having big slates on Sunday, but that's just because there's an off day league wide on Monday, and then obviously the Christmas Day game. So, yeah, no video tomorrow for Monday, and then we will have a video for Christmas Day going over the main slate there. So, yeah, let me see here. Sorry about that. On Friday, that was when our last video was, and we finished off pretty good. Premium for Fanduel scored a 312, and DraftKings cash in double ups and some 50-50s. So definitely it wasn't too bad to check out the winnings. Check out our website. We always post our winning lineups on there, so definitely check that out. And yesterday, just came up a little short. I had 2 or 3 guys from that Wizard game, but obviously that wasn't enough. It was just crazy game there. I unfortunately went Tyler Johnson over Sadaransky. I had both of them rated pretty high. I totally forgot Winslow was going to start, and so that obviously hurt Johnson, putting him back on the bench. So definitely should have went Sadaransky and everything. Obvious choice there. So, but yeah, it is what it is yesterday, and we'll look at, like I said, looking ahead to today's nice 9 game slate on a FanDuel. So anyway, would love to have you guys join us. $35 a month for FanDuel and $35 separately for DraftKings. To get in on that, as normal, check out our website down there below and follow the directions to get all set up, and also hit us up on Twitter as well. All right, so for the most part, you guys, sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. The TV was going to play, and I didn't want it to be too loud. Anyway, like I said, nice 9 game slate. You guys on Friday showed quite a bit of support and, decided you guys like the new format. So for now on, that is what we're going to be doing, showing my projections and going game by game. So like I said, a little bit longer videos, but you get a little bit better idea. If you guys followed most of my advice on Friday, you probably did pretty good. A lot of my picks were spot on. Miles Turner, Thaddeus Young, Jaren Jackson was half decent. OG wasn't too bad either. So a lot of my picks did pretty good. Emmanuel Mudiay as well. So yeah, hopefully we do pretty good here today. So anyway, our first game here for the main slate is Boston and Charlotte, 221 and Boston by 7. So Al Horford is going to be back. As we know, Boston's a little right now. Irving, he said that he's shooting too much and stuff like that. Obviously, Boston's a little not there right now. So anyway, we got Kimball Walker here. I got him at 40. I think he'll get you around 39 to 40. I do like him in a GPP. I think he can get you 45 just in a fast-paced game. But he is 9,800, facing a pretty good defense in Kyrie Irving. Plus, they're not at home. Last time they did play Boston, though, he had, 50-plus points. So if you want to take a GPP shot on Walker, that's the only reason I would do it, because he had a good game last time out. But like I said, that's up to you. And if he goes off, no one's going to have him. So, GPP only. Irving, I got him at 45. I may get him to 44, 45. He obviously is one of those guys that, he just said he's shooting too much. So, that might affect him a little bit. Easy matchup against Charlotte. I got him at 45. I still think that's respectable. I might have him in 1 or 2 lineups here tonight. Don't like Lamb. I got Smart at 23. I think that's where he should be. I got Jaylen Brown at only 18.5. He might be a little higher, but that's where I have him for now. We got Hayward at 24.7. If Marcus Morris is out, maybe 25, 26. But, he's kind of taking a step back right now. As normal, don't really care for Batum. You can take a shot on Michael Kidd if you want. Doesn't play big minutes, but gets his steals. But that's really it there. Power forward, I just kept Tatum at 33. I think it's in a good spot. If Morris is out, like I said, I think he's going to be. If he's out, then maybe put him up to 34. But, I do like Tatum here against Charlotte. And Horford's going to play. I don't know how many minutes. Probably going to be limited. So Going to probably change that throughout the day depending on how many minutes he plays, and have Zeller at only 20 points, just left him there. So not much going on in this game. Like I said, maybe if Morris is out, put up Tatum a little higher, and then maybe take a shot with Walker in 1 or 2 GPP lineups, and maybe have 1 or 2 shares of Kyrie Irving. But that's really it. I'm not too high on that game. It is a 7 spread and only a 221. So maybe 1 or 2 from that one, and that's really it. All right, moving on. Phoenix and Brooklyn. So this is the biggest, obviously, question mark game of the day. Phoenix played 3 overtimes last night. Their average starter played like 44, 45 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see how many of them sit. 100%, I think Booker is going to sit in this one. There's no way they're going to play him coming off an injury. Let him rest today. Let him rest for, obviously on Christmas and on New Year's Eve. Sorry, Christmas Eve as well. So he'll get 3 days rest. But the other guys, I don't know if they're going to sit anybody. DeAndre Ayton played pretty big minutes. He is a big guy. He's young, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do. So a lot of these projections are for sure going to change throughout the day, and definitely on that Brooklyn side as well. But for now, I got Dinwiddie at 28. That's just, I think, where he's going to stay. Salary has to come down for sure. DeAnthony Melton, I got him at 16 right now. If Booker is out, I'm probably going to put him up to around 23, 24. Plays a lot more minutes when Booker is off the court. And then, like I said, I have Booker personally at 0 right now. We got Russell at 28, maybe 29, 30, but he's been playing trash the last couple games. Jamal Crawford at 16. If Booker goes out, probably put him up around 18, 18 and a half. A little bit more playing time for him. And then Warren, I have him at 0 just because, like I said, I don't know who's going to play, who's not going to play. I think he's going to play, but I'm not going to put a projection yet until I hear what's going on with Booker. Oubre, I think he's going to play. I think he's good for 25 points. Harris got him at 19. Bridges, that's all depending on Booker. I got him at 18 and a half. Carroll only at 16. And kind of my GPP guy here is Jared Dudley. Yes, Jared Dudley of all people. I got him at 20. DVP is 26. This guy's actually really not playing too bad recently. Look at this, 21, 30, 24, 12, and 31. Playing around 25 minutes or so. Not really shooting the ball a lot, but, he's kind of an all-around player here. So I really don't mind Dudley as a cheap option, against a pretty easy Phoenix team here. I think he can get you 23, 24 points. So if you're looking for a filler for only 3,700, I'm going with him. So, yeah, I have Dudley in a couple of my lineups. I think no one's going to have him. Plus, he's facing Phoenix's old team, so maybe a little extra motivation there. All right, don't really like RHJ. Got Jackson at 24 just because, like I said, Booker hopefully being out. If he's out, I'll probably put him up around 25, 26. Also, his ownership will probably skyrocket. Got Holmes at 18, Ed Davis 17 to 18. Kirkus, I don't know how to say his name. Got him at 18 and a half, maybe 19, 20. He's just one of those up and down kind of guys. And then, like I said, I got Ayton at 0. I do expect him to play, but same thing with Warren. Have him at 0 just because don't know what's going on with Booker. And then I got Allen at 24 and a half. I might put him up to 25, 26. It just, for me, depends on the spread of this game here. It's at 8, so, I'm pretty sure Booker's not going to play. So, like I said, question mark game for me. So can't really give you too much advice on that one. But if Booker's out, play Warren, Jackson, obviously. Don't mind Ayton, but Booker does play better with Ayton plays better with Booker on the court. So for sure, Warren and Josh Jackson and Kelly Oubre for sure if Booker is out. All right, next game, Chicago and Cleveland, a 2-2 in Chicago. Cleveland by 1. So, yeah, anyway, I got Dunn at 33. I don't mind him. Ownership usually not high, so I got him there. I got Colin Sexton at 21 to 22. Not a lot of upside here. Easy defense, but this guy's is not playing crazy good right now. Shooting guard, David Nwaba is not going to play. He only plays 15 minutes or so, but that still helps Clarkson out. I got him for 28 and a half. I think he should have a half-decent game here. He's the one good vocal point here of Cleveland, 35, 27, 29, 27, and 31. Still getting some pretty good shots, so that's why I got him for about 20, 28. I think he'll stay around 28 to 30, so I do like him. Alex Burks, obviously, Nawaba being out, extra couple minutes for him. 27, 32, and 25. That I got him at 25.5. So Burks and Clarkson are two good plays from this game. I got Blossom game at 18.5, maybe lower him. I'm not sure. Not too high on him. I got Marketing and Larry Nance both at 35.5. I told you when Bobby Portis went out, Marketing was going to step up. Hopefully, you guys listen to me. He had 44.7 against Orlando, so 20 shots. So look at his usage, 33%. Yeah, you guys got to play this dude, even if it's not a high projected total. That Orlando game was only like a 203, 204, and he still went off. So you have to play Marketing, and I also obviously like Larry Nance as well. So both those guys are on my radar, and that's really it there. So yeah, there's a couple in this one, like I said, Marketing and Larry Nance, and then I like Clarkson and Alex Burks in this one here. All right, moving on. We have Miami and Orlando. We have a 199. And Orlando by 3. Yeah, I probably really don't want to touch this game here. A 199 total. We have Augustine at 19.5, Johnson at 16 to lowered him because obviously Winslow was back. Fournier left them at 22, Wade at 22, maybe 23. We'll have to see. Half decent last night, but he's just so up and down right now. Terrence Ross, he's trash, put him at 15. Richardson, 28. Winslow, 21.5. Yeah, so as you see, I don't really care for this game. I do like James Johnson. I have him at 19. The only thing with him is his minutes are up and down. He actually played pretty big minutes last night, so they may lower him back. But still, I think he's very capable of getting 19 points. So he's only 3,800, so I'll probably have a couple shares of James Johnson. Really cheap and a good little place filler as well. And Vukovic 38 and Whiteside at 28. Just not really feeling those guys. So probably James Johnson in this one for me, and that's really it. All right, moving on. Pelicans and Sacramento, 239, and was it Sacramento by 1? New Orleans by 1. So obviously this is going to be the game everyone's going to have. High total should be a good one. Hopefully Sacramento aren't, don't pull Sacramento like they did a couple nights ago and just rest everybody after 5 minutes of play. Anyway, I got Fox at 45, obviously in a good spot. Will be popular. Just, like I said, all these guys are going to be popular. I got Drew Holiday at 46.5. I don't mind him, but I think he'll stay there. I got Buddy Hield at 36. I know Bogdanovich is back, but this dude has been monstrous. I got Bogdanovich at 30. In this one, Valencia, I got him at 26.5. Darius Miller at 19. He looks like he's playing a little bit more recently. High scoring game. They're going to need his 3-point shot, so I got Miller at 19. Davis, I got him at 63. He should be in a pretty good spot if everything goes as planned. And then we have Rando at 38 and Willie Cauley at 32.5. I don't mind some Willie Cauley-Stein. So, yeah, just a cash game, kind of high ownership picks here. So just pick and choose, whoever you can, and it should be good to go. So, really, whoever you pick, you should be good. All right, next one we have is Minnesota and OKC. 221 and OKC by 7. That 7 spread makes me feel like Rose may not play in this one. We'll have to see. I got him at 0 for now. If he's out, Tyus Jones may 17, 18. Bayless maybe 12.5, 13. Let me see here. Don't really care for anyone there. I do have Covington at 33. If Rose is out, I may put him up to 34. I don't know if you guys saw, but got in foul trouble a little bit last game against San Antonio. Rose got out of the game because of the injury, and Covington just took off and played extra minutes in garbage time as well. So I like Covington. You know how I am with him. I think he's in a good spot. I got Paul George at 55 points here. I personally really do like him here. I should have had him last night. He had 80-plus points, so I really like Paul George. Sarge and Grant just left those guys at 24. and then Towns at 36 and Adams at 33. So if I had to pick, I'm probably going to pick Covington and Paul George. Those are my 2 picks in this one here. If that spread gets any higher, maybe 8 or 9, I'm probably going to fall off Paul George just a little bit, just because, that big spread, and they do play on Christmas. I mean, they do have Monday off, but if that spread gets any higher, I'm going to have to drop George a couple points. All right, next game we have is Golden State and the Clippers. Golden State by 10. I think this could be actually a pretty good game. I may have to higher some of my projections. They were supposed to, beat Dallas pretty good, but Dallas almost beat them. So Golden State's not really playing like Golden State. I know their team's back, but they're not really annihilating anybody right now. So that's a good thing for fantasy wise. Anyway, we got Curry at 44. He's been playing up and down, had foul trouble early. I got Alexander at 22, not really high on him. I don't mind Clay for 33. Lou Williams, 25.5. We'll have to see. Didn't play big minutes yesterday, even though Rivers said his minutes were going to get increased. So maybe they're saving him for today. Always plays pretty good against Golden State, so I might put him up to 26 or so. I really don't mind Lou Williams. I got KD at 49.5. He's just not playing crazy right now. Maybe 50 at max, but that's where I'm putting him. I got Gallinari at 31 to 32. Power forward Harris at 34.5. I got Montrezl Harrell at 33. I really like both these guys, but I'm probably going to favor Harrell. He's been doing pretty good. Harris, he's been up and down. Bad games, good games. This could be a good one, so I might put him up to 35. But Harrell, I personally think, is in a little better spot, a little cheaper, and can put up just about the same amount of points. Harris does have a higher ceiling for me personally. Then we got Draymond at 30. That's where I'm going to keep him. Apologize for that. In one of my lineups last night, I had Drepko projected at 20 points. And he went off for 37. So one of my lineups did good. But, like I said, he only played 21 minutes, randomly shot 12 times. So don't expect that again. I still got him at 18.8. So I still don't mind Drepko, but don't expect that big game again. And then I got Looney there. So if I had to pick, probably Harrell, maybe one share of Jonas Drepko in a GPP, maybe Harrison one, but would rather have Harrell. And maybe Lou Williams, depending on his minutes. Obviously, probably won't know, but I might take a shot with him just because, he can go off for 30, 35 here against a fast-paced Warriors team. So don't mind a couple from that game, to be honest with you. All right, moving on. Dallas and Portland could be a little slow game. We need to get word on Luka Doncic. Don't know if he's playing or not. If they sit him out, then obviously it changes a couple things here. So anyway, I got Lillard at 42, going to keep him there. I got JJ Barea at 22. If Doncic is out, probably put him up around 24 points here. And then obviously Matthews, he'll probably go up to around a 23 if Doncic is out. And then probably Harrison Barnes around 31. So we'll have to see what's going on with Luka Doncic. If we don't get word, I'll probably just keep my projections the way they are. I probably won't play Doncic just because, anything can happen, and he's not really in the best spot. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on. Power forward, don't really care for any of those ones, as you see there. And then I got Jordan at 34.5. I don't mind him. Not the best DVP, but he's been pretty hot these last couple games, and I think this could be a half-decent DeAndre Jordan game here. Nurkic, not a bad defender, but he could get in foul trouble, and then that's really it. And Jordan should have a heyday against Myers Leonard and Zach Collins. So, yeah, we'll just have to see here. I really don't mind DeAndre Jordan in this one here. All right, moving on. LA and Memphis, 207 and LA by 5. So I personally think this game is underrated. 207 total, I personally think is way too low. I think this could be a good one. I really do. I got Mike Conley at 41. I think that's where he's going to stay, 40 to 41. I had him high last time out, and I told you guys he was in a good spot against Sacramento, and he had 42.9. So I like him. I really do. Usage is a little down there last game, but I don't mind him. Only played 32 minutes, but I think he can get you around 35 minutes tonight here. Yeah, Lakers not playing too bad defense, but I think Conley is in a pretty good spot. I got Lonzo at 23.5 minutes. Just sucked last game. Rondo's back, so ball's done. I got Rondo at 22 points. Only thing I'm worried about is his minutes. I got Garrett Temple at 23.5. That all depends on Dylan Brooks here, if he's playing or not. And who was the other guy? Omar Caspi. If they're both out again, I love Garrett Temple, 23.5. He's been killing it, 26, 24, and 30. Just playing an all around game here. As you see, Grizzlies have lost quite a bit in a row, but I think this should be a half decent game. So I got Temple high. I got him in a lot of my lineups, so definitely put him in a couple. I got LeBron at 51, not the highest guy out there just because of the total. Ingram, I got him at 27. Anderson down to 23. Let me see here. We got Kuzma. I left him at 30. Jaren Jackson at 32. You guys know how I am with him. JaMychal Green, game time decision again. So if he's out, probably put Green up to about 34. If he stays in and is going to play, keep him around 31 to 32 fantasy points. But I do like Jaren Jackson here. And then at that center position, I have Marc Gasol at 35.5, and then have McGee at 0 just for now. So that is kind of what I am looking at there. So kind of an incomplete slate just because need word on Phoenix. Need word on a couple guys from Dallas if Luka Doncic is going to play. Need word on Derrick Rose. Like I said, that affects if I'm going to play Paul George or not. And what else do we have? I think that's mostly it. Yeah, a couple factors, big factors, because if Booker's out, that opens up a lot of value and is going to get you a couple other guys in there. But as of now, there's not a lot of value out there. I mentioned Jared Dudley, a little bit of Jonas Jerebko, Garrett Temple, Alex Burks, but that's really it. There's not a lot of cheap point guards out there. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on throughout the day. So that is it. Like I said, no video for Monday because there are no games, and we'll see you guys all here for Christmas. I think there's 6 or 7 games there, so should be a good one there. So that is it. As normal, we'd love to have you join us. $35 a month for FanDuel and $35 separately for DraftKings. To get in on it, check out our website in the comment section below. That is it, guys. As normal, if you guys like the video and like the new new way that I'm doing it, leave a like so I know that you guys like it, and I will keep doing it. All right, guys, that is it. Hope you guys all have a pretty good day.